the dream will destroy you. Let it. Let the dream destroy you. Let it strip you. Let it remake and mold you. Don't be afraid.
All men are created equal. Some work hard in preseason. When I went to college, guys were way smarter than me. 4.0s, 3.0s, they went to the Ivy League high schools, came to Oakwood from these great high schools. Most of them are not doing what I'm doing. Why? Because it's not about where you come from. It's about hearts.
It's a very simple but powerful truth. But oftentimes it is not easy. Stop waiting for the conditions to be perfect. They're never going to be perfect. You're not going to always feel like it. You're not going to always see it. You're not going to always have a resource. You're not going to always have a handout. The question is, how bad do you want this? How bad do you want this? Are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to let go of some things? Are you willing to put the work in? Are you ready to be consistent? Are you tired of this version of yourself? The prize goes to the hardest worker in the room. If you can hear my voice, if you are tired of where you are, if you are tired of not hitting your targets, if you are tired of not being aimed and intentional and assertive, if you can hear my voice, I'm just wondering if you are bold enough, daring enough, if your faith is outrageous enough to take a chance on yourself. Stop waiting to feel like it. Stop waiting until you see it. Stop waiting for somebody to come and save you. Nobody's coming to rescue you. Nobody's coming with the resource. Nobody's going to be able to pull you out of the murky water, out of this muddy, bloody, painful, miserable place that you're in. You're going to have to make up your mind. Enough is enough. I'm getting out of this place, and I got stuff to do. I've got assignments to finish. I've got a destiny to fulfill. It's time to listen. It's time to focus. Man, let's go. It's time.
And see, the reason why you don't have what it is that you see, the reason why what's in your head is not in your hands, it's not your reality, is because your perspective opposes your potential. You don't have it because you don't see the value in it. If you are going to give and grow and evolve and attain and become, everything rises and falls on your viewpoint. Perspective is everything. Let's go. I need you to hear me loud and clear. How you see this thing is everything. You cannot change the past, but you can change your perspective about it. Your viewpoint is your advantage. Your viewpoint is what changes the game.
What haven't you been able to accomplish? Is it financial? Is it relational? Is it your health? Is it mental? Is it spiritual? What has stopped you? What has haunted you? Why are you losing sleep over it? Energy flows where focus goes. So what are you focused on? The problem with many of you is that you're focused on your fears. You're focused on the risk more than you are the reward. You're focused on the pain of the process more than you are the glory on the other side. You have not been able to get it done because you're carrying so much weight from the past. You don't feel like it. But newsflash, at the end of the day, you can listen to 1,000,000 motivational speeches, but you are going to have to wake up and make a decision to get it done. The problem with many of you is that you're not tired enough. Put your blinders on, straighten up your back, get over the pain, get over the trauma, get over the betrayal, get over who left you, get over who lied on you. Get over it. If you're gonna get it done, you've gotta get over it. Release the pain, release the unforgiveness, release the fear. You have everything you need to get started. Stop waiting for the weather to change in your life. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Stop waiting for a handout. Stop waiting for everybody to believe in you and cheer for you and affirm you. Stand in the mirror and tell yourself, I've got a destiny to fulfill. Get it done. Let the world reject you. Let the world close doors on you. Let the world tell you no. I'm just wondering, can you dig deep inside yourself the future? Future belongs to the hardest worker in the room. A wise man once said, it's always impossible until it's done. So get it done. All roads lead back to what you're focusing on and who you're listening to. You're listening to the wrong people. You're listening to the wrong voices. You are subscribed to the wrong programs of thinking. And so if you haven't been able to get it done, today marks the first day of the best days of your life. I'm talking to you, the person that there's been this insurmountable feat, this giant in your face. The trial, the tribulation, the adversity, the giant is not your assassin. The giant is your opportunity. So where focus goes, energy flows. It's time to pull that energy from fear. Pull that energy away from doubt, out of anxiety, out of insecurity, out of competition and comparison. If you're gonna get it done, I need you to listen and focus. Are you going to complain in the face of conflict, or are you going to seize the opportunity? When you wake up, life will knock you in the mouth. It's time to hit back. You've been beaten, you've been battered, you've been broken, you've been betrayed, you've been lied on. It's time to hit back. Life knocked you in the mouth years ago, and you haven't hit back yet. Get in the ring and hit back. You hit back with determination. You hit back with focus. You hit back when you listen. You hit back when you obey what is right. You hit back when you are disciplined. You hit back with resilience. Life has hit you too many times. It's time to get up and hit back. It's hit back season. Life has hit you and put you flat on your back. Get up and tell every hater, tell every doubter, tell every manipulator, tell every liar, everybody that told you it wasn't possible. Every time life knocked you in the mouth, put you flat on your back, it's hit back season. Get up and hit back. Tell everybody you're coming for everything God has destined you to have.
This is your opportunity to blow up.
If you really want your dream bad enough, if you really want to go where you say you want to go, if you really want to do what you say you want to do, you have to let your dream destroy you. You have to let your dream break you down. Because that's the only way that you're going to be built back up. See, your problem is you talk a good game, but at the first sign of adversity, at the first sign of a setback, at the first sign of a hiccup, at the first sign of something not going the way you thought it should go, you quit.
Stop being afraid to go to college because your daddy didn't go and your mama didn't go. Stop being afraid and be the best Eric Thomas you can be. But listen to me, it's going to be hard. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree, but I got it. And guess what? On a degree, it don't have dates. So if it took you 4 and it took me 12, it don't show up nowhere.
I need you to study like you've never studied before. I need you up all night long studying, getting about 3-4 hours here, hour and a half here, 2 hours here. You hear me say this all the time. But some of you, this is it. And even you say, Eric, look, man, you don't understand. If I put everything in, I'm still going to get a 1.0. I'm telling you to do it anyway because, you know, I told you I flunked English 3 times when I was in college, right? Flunked it the first time, and I quit when they told me I couldn't pass. The second time she told me, you're going to flunk, I stayed in there anyway. And guess what? As stupid as this might sound, even though you flunk, you learn, you know, a new concept, right? So that's 1 or 2 less concepts I got to learn the next year, right? And finally, that 3rd time I clept it, which means you just take a test. And I took the test and I passed.
And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you can make sacrifices when Monday Night Football is not on. You can make a sacrifice. But when the game come on, for some reason, you just attached to it. You can make sacrifices on Sunday when ain't nothing going on. But when your favorite show comes on Monday, bam, some of you focus until the phone rings, and then you like, I gotta answer. If I don't answer the phone, I'm gonna die. I'm saying to you today that there are some of you, if you give up your cell phone, you would be successful. But your cell phone is more important to you than your success. You have to give it everything you got. No more TV, no more parties, no more playing. If you have a 4.0, what you need to be doing is studying. Get off the phone. I'm sorry, I'm not available until the end of this year. No, I'm for real. You reached the right number, but you called me at the wrong time. Call me back January 1st. I'm about to get busy now. Every time you ever got in trouble, somebody in your house got you out of it. Every time you've done something you're not supposed to do, people say, Eric, your mother's a tyrant. You're right. She kicked me out. You're right. She's mean, but she developed a man because she put me out there and said, you're going to have to grow up. And some of you have never learned to grow up. And so every time something get hard, you quit, you call mama. I dare you to take a little pain. I dare you. I dare you not to go home. Somebody said, I don't go home, I feel bad. Go through it. You ain't gonna die. At the end of pain is success. You're not gonna die because you're feeling a little pain.
You don't get it. You have to give everything you got to get what you want. You have to give everything you don't even realize you have to get where you're trying to go. Don't you get it? When you do what they want, you will have what they don't. When you do what they refuse, they won't have the options that you get to choose. Because those are reserved for those who choose to move when others choose to stand still. Those are reserved for those that choose to get up when so many others couldn't find the strength to lift up and give more.
I gotta commit my very being to this thing. I gotta breathe it, I gotta eat it, I gotta sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life. But once you get there, I guarantee you, the world is yours.
You already know sometimes you gotta disappear for 3 months. Sometimes you gotta disappear for 6 months. Sometimes you gotta disappear for 9 months. Sometimes you gotta disappear for a whole year, 2 years, and then emerge. The new you, the new and improved you on an entirely different level. See, your dream is like a muscle. And sometimes you gotta let that muscle get broke down. The greats? They don't even start counting the reps until it hurts because they understand that pain is what's gonna lead to their future gain. So from this day forward, excuses are for the weak. So starting right now, not tomorrow, not next week, I need you to vow to keep going. So let this be the time that you lift yourself back up. You did it over and over again. Why stop now? You're too close. Success is right around the corner. And even if it takes a little bit longer to get there, it's okay. It's coming.